So then today we complete the test of last time. We go on exploring the type of goods. We go on exploring substitution effect, income effect, and the graph associated with all the type of goods depending on income effect and substitution effect. Does that sound as a plan?
Yes.
Good.
Yes. So we also covered the basics of the PDPS today. What types of factors affect the non-pricing types of factors affect the quantity, and just pretty much the same thing. So yeah.
Good. I will leave them for the recap of Saturday together with the income boxes and all the rest. Taxes, burdens, and so on. I will be packing everything and deliver a very effective knowledge pills on Saturday.
All right.
Good. So what are the types of goods that modern microeconomy looks at?
Modern. I don't think I know that, sir.
Oh, you do. Normal, inferior.
Oh, no. The classification of goods, I really missed out on classification of goods during the school period of time because I was sick. It was like the week when I got sick for a week.
I see. So that's awesome, because in this way I am not going to waste any time nor getting bored. So let's start. Take notes and let's go in. So normal goods.
Yes, 1 second, sir.
Yes, please. Normal, inferior, giffen. I wrote it here actually.
Oh, giffen goods.
Giffen goods.
And
luxury, yes. So a normal good is going to the restaurant, because if you earn more money, you can walk your fiancé to the restaurant more often. Or you can buy a new, I don't know, phone or device, whatever you wish, earphones, more often if the one you had last month got soaked by water, as happened to me. Okay.
All right.
Then I would go for inferior. What is an inferior good? An inferior good is something that is like a normal good, but just of lower quality. What does it mean? Well, think about instant coffee or instant noodles. I don't know, are you living with your family? Are you living alone? I'm just tipping my nose in your business.
Well, it depends.
Okay.
Time to time, well, as of right now, my parents are out of the country, and kind of living alone. Yeah. Well, sometimes they come back. Just depends on the period of time.
Okay, well, you may have experience in your life what is living on a budget. So when you want coffee but you don't have enough money to buy Nescafe, and you don't buy, actually Nescafe is an inferior. You don't have enough money to buy Egoist or Lavazza, which are coffee brands. You don't have them, you don't have the money, but you still want coffee. So you substitute your Egoist with Nescafe Gold, which costs roughly 100 rubles a kilogram instead of 1,000.
So an example would be like an instant coffee, basically.
Yes, an instant coffee with respect to a high quality Italian or Brazilian coffee, yes. What happens if your budget increases? What happens? Are you going to buy more Nescafe?
I will buy better coffee.
So the quantity of Nescafe that you are going to consume goes down. That's the definition of an inferior good. And let me just write it here.
I'll open like an iPad next to me.
Yes.
Actually, I can just open it on my computer. I
So
don't know why.
income goes up, demand goes up for the normal goods. Income goes up, demand goes down because you can buy better options. And let me even write it here. So we can buy better options.
So could you turn on the straight?
Yes, please. Yes, sorry. Yes, I'm
No,
here.
it's all good. Just for future, so that I can spend less time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then we have a given good, which is an extreme type of inferior good. So a given good is like, the beggar kind of thing. So given goods are really rare, and they are associated with cases of strong necessity and large share of income. So medicine, like a vaccine in case of COVID, that was an example of given goods.
So, if I was to take a guess here, as the price increases, demand also increases.
No, as the not the price but the income increases, the demand greatly falls.
Oh, okay. And so, and an example would be medicine. So.
Yes, say medicines, yes.
All right. Put that down.
Actually, when the income, yes, here we have as well another examples. So when the price goes up, the demand rises here. So it is a little bit the other way around. Medicine, for instance, now here it is everybody's choice, but maybe you are aware that during COVID times, Russia sold basically these vaccines. So you had just to pay the right guys, and they would vaccinate you, not even seeing your face. Did you know that?
Yes, I heard of that type
Okay.
of stuff going on in the times.
So this was an example of given good, because in the very beginning the vaccine costed, I don't know, $50. As more people were going for this pseudo vaccination, the higher the price increased. But the higher the price increased, the greater the demand was, because of people opting for that road. Now, I don't want to comment whether it is good or bad. I'm just having a good example of given good. So the price went up because the demand went up.
Wait, so I'm just not really quite getting the concept of income thing.
Well,
Yeah. Could you like provide like a chain of analysis example type stuff?
okay, you are you are working as a project manager, and then they increase, they promote you and you become team leader. So instead of making, I don't know, 200K a year, you make 400K a year. This is a case of income effect. You start making more money on a regular basis.
And then, so demand for different goods goes down because you can afford better goods.
Exactly. Or you can just, if you are really getting richer, you can forget about COVID. You just grab your private jet, you land into a desert island, I don't know, somewhere in the West Pacific, and you live there gladly and happily, alone with your family. This is just the idea. Okay.
Getting the point.
Now, luxury goods is a special type of normal good, with the difference that the demand raises proportionally more than income. So if your income increases, the demand greatly increases because you can afford something better, and want, or let's say your fiancé wants, okay, now let's talk about men. So you were making 200K a year and you bought one Tesla. Now you are making $500,000 a year and you want two Teslas or three Teslas. Tesla being a luxury good, of course. Okay. Now.
Okay, I see the concept. Can I write the example like a Ferrari, for example?
Yes, of course. I would go for Lamborghini anyway.
Oh, wow. That's picky.
It is, but it is a little bit more fancy. I drove both Ferrari, not on a regular basis, but I drove both Ferrari and Lamborghini, and let me tell you that there is no
big difference.
Yeah, there is a difference. For instance, Lamborghini doesn't make any family SUV. There is nothing like Lamborghini Carrera 4S.
Yeah, I think I'm getting what you're saying.
They are hardcore Italian guys not wanting to take any compromise.
All right, got that.
Okay, now how can we define substitute goods?
Substitute goods are the goods that are basically the same as like the first good, but provide a different alternative, maybe.
In terms of price, demand, and supply.
In terms of demand, a substitute good would lower the demand of the first good, the original good, because it provides variation and gives the householders opportunity cost, basically.
That's it. So if the price of the first good increases, the demand for the second good increases.
Because the price for the second one stayed the same, basically, at this point.
Yes, we consider one getting cheaper or one getting more expensive. Yes. What is the definition of complements?
Complementary good. I think I'm familiar, but like complementary good. Maybe it's an additional.
Well, again, in terms of price, demand, and income, complements are good if the price increase of one makes the demand for the other one increase. So P1 goes up, then D1 goes down, D2 goes down. So you can't enjoy good 2 without good 1.
Yes, I think I know. It's like the finished, not finished theory of goods. At some point, I think, like linked to it, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to take like a loaf, right, of
Yes.
bread, but like it's not yet, it's not cooked yet, and you need an oven. But if the price of the oven goes up, then the demand of it will go down. So the demand of dough will also go down at this point.
Something like that. Yes, something like that.
All right.
Okay.
So that's
Complementary goods. Complementary goods.
Let me just write down the substitute.
Yes, please.
Substitute.
The substitute example can be instant tea or instant coffee. Or
So I feel like the great example of substitute is the Pepsi and Cola.
yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. Or even, they are competitors, but let's try Cola and Fanta. Those belong to the same multinational. So,
Which is Cola.
yes. Samsung and Apple substitutes. Just to take the greatest example. If the next Samsung Galaxy is going to cost 5K, everybody is going to buy Apple, no matter how much it costs, as long as it is less. Okay.
All right. So substitute good example Cola compared with Fanta. Now
Complementary goods. Well, those can be socks and shoes. Maybe these are this is too easy. We can make. Okay.
I feel like the easier it is, the better. The easier it is to understand. So I feel like socks and shoes is like a perfect example.
Well, in Africa, you have few people wearing shoes, so you have few people wearing socks. These are complementary goods.
All right, copy that down as well.
Okay. Now let's go back to the test for a couple of questions, and then we can go back to graphing. So when income rises, question 10. And
1 second, sir.
yes, please go on.
Just grabbing my iPad.
Sure.
Right. What do
So,
we have here?
question 10. Income rises and demand falls. Noodles, yes, noodles are luxury, normal, inferior, given, complement.
I feel like noodles, like instead of saying like good one, they just kind of gave us the name of the good.
Something like that.
Instant noodles. Income rises.
Demand falls.
Income rises, demand falls. That could be inferior or normal good. Right. This could be inferior or normal.
No, can be only inferior, because normal goods you buy more if you can afford that.
Sorry?
The normal good is the one you are buying more if you can afford that.
Oh, sorry. No. I messed up the arrows. Yeah, the demand for normal goes up as well. Inferior demand goes down, income goes up. Yep, that's inferior.
Okay. If the income elasticity is +2, I actually haven't yet covered it, but I guess you can fetch it in because you are.
I think I can kind of use the logics, to be honest.
Okay. Then question 11. So income.
So the thing is, so it says if income elasticity is +2.
Yes.
Inelastic basically tells us if there's a change in price, the demand goes down, right?
Hold on. Yes, but here we are not asking price elasticity, but we are asking income elasticity. So what happens? What happens? Oh yes, I see that the handwriting is clear actually. To the demand, demand if income rose. This is the demand, the income elasticity.
So if income grows, the demand goes
Plus
higher.
plus 2. So translating it, the demand increases twice as much. What type of good is it?
So the good, if income elasticity is that has to be luxury.
Yes, you're correct. You're correct. Let me turn on a little bit the brightness is already full. Okay, doesn't matter. Good. If the cross price elasticity between coffee and tea is plus 0.6. Question 12.
Sorry, could you give me a brief definition of cross price? I feel like I know what it is, but just
for record, the cross price is price of good one is going up. What happens to the demand of the second good? Let me write it, by the way. Let me write it here. So cross price. Price 1 goes up. What happens to the demand of good 2? What is the, it is 0.06 effect of P1 growing on the demand of good 2.
So it's plus 0.6. It's more than minus 1. So that tells us that it's
translating into words, price of good 1 goes up, demand for good 2 goes up, but not as much.
right.
What type of good, actually of goods, are these two? Are good 1 and good 2?
So if going back to the table of goods, right?
Yes, it's up there.
So if income increase, so if price of one good increase, the demand of second one also increase.
What happens if Samsung's new phone costs 10K?
Everyone buys Apple.
So the demand for Apple goes up. Samsung and Apple, yes, substitutes. You see, I like
examples.
I like economics because it works a little bit like physics. So real world examples always work because it is logic. You're not trying to remember or formulas or so on. That's why. Okay. something to review the last week. If price rises, the total revenue falls. How is the demand?
That's the next question, right?
No, it's question 14.
Price rises, total revenue falls. Demand is. Wait, this has to be super easy. Price rises, total revenue falls. Inelastic?
What is the definition of it?
Total. Oh no, not total revenue. I mixed it up with profit. Well, for inelastic, for example, if you were to take a look on the graph, right? If the price rate rises, the box of profit will stay the same, right?
It is, in my opinion, there is an easier way to describe it and to understand what the correct answer is.
I think I can.
So,
that way.
well, sorry, I have my cat stretching in front of my device. Gata, ti puoi andare in mano di tummare, per favore? Oh, okay.
If I was to take, logically, take a guess, right?
Yes.
Price rises, so total revenue falls. Total revenue falls because the demand goes down.
Okay. Okay.
That
Okay.
basically tells us that, when price rises, demand falls. That tells us it's elastic.
Exactly.
Okay.
Anyway, the point is that anyway, the demand falls. But the point is it falling more or less than the change in price? Because if the price, look, let's put down some numbers. Okay, anyway, let's write here that it is elastic demand, elastic D. So for a price of $5, you were selling, I don't know, 30 units. What is the total revenue?
5 times 30?
Yes.
150?
Yes. So total revenue equals 150. Okay. Now, say that... Gatta, te seccavi dal cazzo, per favore. Brava, gatto. Now, the price increases to 10. And that actually, no, let's make it easier. Let's make it 7.5. And the demand falls to 20 units. How much is the total revenue? Actually, no, this is bad. Let's go that it goes to 25. 25.
Sorry, so 7.5?
And 25, yes.
It's 187.5?
Right.
I think. I'm not wrong.
Oh, put it down on a calculator.
Okay, just 1 second. 75 times 25, 375 over 2, 187.5.
187.5. So the total revenue increased in this case. What type of demand was it? So you dropped a 50% price, but you didn't have a 50% drop in demand. You had a less than 50% drop. So by multiplying the two, your total income increases. On the other example, if you increased the price to $7.5, but the demand dropped to 15%, to 15 units, what is the total revenue here? Let's try.
Oh no, actually no, that's supposed to be smaller. 7.5 times 15. 112.5.
So you have a lowering in total revenue because yes, you increase the price, you are selling more expensive, but you are selling too much less units to make it worth it. And now let's take the last case where the price went down to 7.5 and
which is over 50%, right?
yes, and no, the demand is elastic if a percentage change in price results in a greater than the price variation change in demand. If you vary 10% price and you have a greater than 10% change in demand, then the demand is elastic. If you have a 20% change in price and a less than 20% change in demand, then it is inelastic. This case here, the total revenue remains the same because this case is unitary elastic. Okay. Now, are you warmed up? In this case, we can start having a look at income effect, substitution effect for normal goods. And basically, the homework will be drawing something similar for the others. This is going to be very tough. So we call here x1, we call here x2, and we draw the budget line like this, where this point here is the quantity of good 1 that you are using, and that one is the quantity of good 2. Now, what happens if the price of good 2 gets cheaper? The budget line becomes flatter, like this. You were consuming here now you consume there. Not here though, but we translate the new budget line parallelly until we touch the previous utility curve, like this.
So if you're hearing me opening new stuff, it's pens.
Okay.
Different types of pens I'm trying to write with right now. Yeah, because I'm not a bit obsessed with like perfect types of pens.
So
yeah.
this was the initial situation, point A, and then the price of good 1 became cheaper. So this line now intersects the quantity of good one here, because the price of good one went down. Oh, this is a normal good. So when the price goes down, you are able to afford more, and you will do that. Then we shift back to the original utility curve. This is the utility curve U1, and this is the utility curve U2.
Utility curves really need to cover that.
We are going to. So, as a result, by getting cheaper, the quantity of good one that we are using passes from Q1 to Q2 here.
Just one second, someone's calling.
Yes, please.
All right, following the graph.
Okay. Now, what happens, and this thing here is called the substitution effect.
Interesting.
Now, what happens if you really get richer and so your income increases? Your budget line basically spreads out, and at that point, we are going to have a new utility curve like this. So the new quantity demanded will be this one. And this one is going to be the income effect, where this one was the substitution effect.
All right.
Good.
Graphs, a lot of graphs, super interesting, but also super challenging as well.
It is. But all this is logics. I mean, once you learn it, you are never going to forget, because you learn the way how to do that. You take 5 minutes, you draw the whole thing, and everything pops out in your mind. It actually works like this for me, so I am not learning things by heart. When I ever prepare my lessons for economics, I just take some time and I create the knowledge once again. I don't want to learn by heart that inferior, like normal goods, are the one that have substitution effect on the same side of the income effect, and both increase if the price decreases, because this way is just dry book definition, and I just want to keep the material alive within me so that I can give it live and interesting to you.
All right. Okay.
Good. Now let's try doing it, even if I wanted to leave you as a homework. Let's try to do it for an inferior good. So again, here we have x1, here we have x2, and the question is, how are, okay, there is our budget line, our curve. What happens when the price of the good drops? Yes. So what happens is we draw the new cheaper, let's write it here, red. Red.
Sir, also, could you, for homework,
Yes.
I assume you're going to, like, give me something like finishing the different types of goods and, like,
Yes.
curves for them. Do you think you could give me, like, the names of, like, these topics so I could go over them in my own time as well?
Yes, of course. Yes, I will.
Perfect.
I think I will do it tonight.
Perfect, sir. Perfect.
So it gets cheaper. What happens to the original quantity, which was this one? Can you draw it?
All right, let's see. What happens to the original
Quantity.
So this is the quantity. Wait, let me just get a different color pen. So don't mix those up. So this is where we at right now, right?
Yes.
There we go. That should work. Let me get like purple. So this is where we at, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is where we at, and this is our new kind of
The new price for a good one.
the quantity. Well, it kind of. Do you want me to move this curve line or?
That doesn't change because you are not changing your income.
Alright.
Your utility curve changes only if your real situation changes.
Okay. So it's well, it goes up to here, but quantity stays the same, no?
Well, after pivoting this line here, we bring it down to touch the original utility curve. And so we have the second quantity, which is roughly here. Let me do it red.
Okay.
So the income, the substitution effect is positive. If instant noodles get cheaper, instead of buying 3 packs, you buy 30 packs or 10 packs. Just that in this way, you haven't got to go to the restaurant, to the supermarket every second day. But then, what happens if your income rose?
If our income grows, well, the line will move up.
The line would move up, so somewhere like here. And I am drawing it parallel because the slope of the line tells you about the price of good one, which is not changing, just your income is.
Right, yeah.
And where is the new quantity going to be in this case?
Here?
Not really, because it is inferior.
I think I know what to do. We would have to move this line down.
Not really.
So it's not here, right?
No, it's not. That's for the next one. When our income changes, we draw a new utility curve, which is gonna be parallel to the old one, or a little bit parallel, not parallel, but just a translation of the other one. So the old one was this one, and the new one is the same shape. And the quantity is somewhere here.
Okay.
So exactly. So new income. So the new income, what is it making? the demand goes down with respect to the cheaper price, because it is an inferior good, so you can buy less if you have money. But you still buy more than what it was before.
Yes, because okay, I get that.
Good. Good.
All right. I would really have to go over this in my own time as well.
Just to make it, to break, my plans. What were you showing here? This was the given good. When a cheaper price falls and you get to buy less that than what it was when it was more expensive.
All right. Okay.
Okay, Hamzat, I will send you the topics, the topic list later. See you on Saturday.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Thank you for
let me kick it there. We may need sooner or later, this week, next week, I don't know, a 90 minutes one, because I feel I am not able to recap everything and still give the new topics attention. But that's just an idea. Okay.